Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ignite 2023. I'm Carolyn Carnes, Director of Product Marketing for Azure Virtual Desktop and Windows 365. I'm excited to be joined today by both Tristan Scott and Bhavya Chopra, both Principal Group Product Managers for these two cloud solutions, as we share our vision for Azure Virtual Desktop and Windows 365, the latest updates, and new use cases. Here's a brief overview of what we'll cover in this session. We will start by walking you through how both Azure Virtual Desktop and Windows 365 fit into our overall vision for Windows, from client to cloud. Then, we'll dig into these product updates everyone is always excited to hear about, designed to drive a more seamless user experience and IT admin efficiency. Plus, we'll also be highlighting the new security and manageability capabilities for both products. And we'll wrap up by sharing some important next steps and resources that are available to support you on your modernization journey. Let's jump right in. The Windows operating system has already made computing accessible to billions, and now the focus is on expanding further so that everyone can use technology to do and achieve more. We think technology should be more intuitive, helpful, and useful for all of us, whether information workers, frontline workers, or IT admins. With that in mind, Windows is unlocking a whole new way of working, making AI accessible to everyone across any device. Windows and the AI-enabled, cloud-powered future will help your organization advance your goals and free up your team's time with AI that improves their productivity and unleashes their creativity so that they can accomplish more of what matters. Accelerate your business innovation by leveraging the best of Microsoft technology and an ecosystem that ensures more AI skills, device innovations, and cross-platform compatibility for a personalized and intuitive experience to fit every employee. And finally, support your employees in working without limits more securely across any device with a familiar Windows experience delivered from the Microsoft Cloud, bringing powerful productivity capabilities to your teams. And how is Windows delivered from the Microsoft Cloud? By Azure Virtual Desktop and Windows 365, of course. Optimized for flexibility and control, Azure Virtual Desktop has become a game changer for organizations that want to take advantage of a secure, cost-effective, cloud-based virtual desktop infrastructure, or Cloud VDI, solution, and have the IT resources to configure, deploy, and manage it themselves, or through a trusted partner. Optimized for simplicity and ease, Windows 365 is a software as a service, or SaaS solution, that delivers cloud PCs, offering a complete and secure Windows experience hosted in the cloud and accessible on any device. Employees can access their personalized Windows apps, settings, desktop, and data on the devices of their choice and from wherever they work. Azure Virtual Desktop and Windows 365 provide a full range of solutions to enable flexible and secure work. In fact, I am pleased to share that Azure Virtual Desktop and Windows 365 are industry-leading cloud solutions, helping Microsoft to be recognized as a leader in the inaugural 2023 Gartner Magic Quadrant for Desktop as a Service. Remote and hybrid work was something that many of us thought would be a temporary trend, but it is becoming increasingly clear that flexible work is here to stay, and technological investments will continue to be a major priority for organizations looking to address employee needs. To provide organizations with secure and versatile cloud solutions that support flexible work options, Microsoft introduced Azure Virtual Desktop and Windows 365 as the leading solutions to enable flexible and secure work, including the ability to integrate across Windows, Intune, Microsoft 365, and Azure, built-in security, dynamic policy engines and compliance, and the ability to predict, control, and lower costs while providing employees with simple, personalized access to their familiar Windows environment. And even more importantly, Azure Virtual Desktop and Windows 365 have become the cloud computing solutions of choice for many customers, meeting their diverse needs for Windows delivery, a critical foundation for collaborative experiences, productivity, and so much more. Let's take a closer look together at real-world examples of those diverse needs. Increasingly, today's flexible work models make cloud-based Windows delivery the better choice to meet the specific technology needs and use cases of our customers. Customers and partners alike have been sharing with us that virtualizing Windows, whether through Azure Virtual Desktop or Windows 365, unlocks key flexible work scenarios, shown here. Some are fairly evergreen, durable scenarios, ones that persist across the entire org, inclusive of various use cases, personas, and business conditions. Some might come to your attention to meet the specific needs of a subset of your workforce, and some may arise due to a short-term shift in business operating conditions. But whether your focus is on data security or high-capacity computing, temporary workers or bring your own PC or 𝗦𝗽𝗀𝗶𝐺 programs, or a combination of any or all of these, it's all about how Microsoft can help you use technology to do more and achieve more. Many times, customers have several or even all of these scenarios happening simultaneously across their organizations, and both Azure Virtual Desktop and Windows 365 can help solve for any of these scenarios. But how they go about doing it can be very different. So where do each of these two solutions really shine? Well, let's start by examining Windows 365. Windows 365 combines the power and security of the cloud with the familiarity of a physical PC experience. If you're looking to move resources away from a prior VDI implementation, or are concerned about securing the talent and resources needed to support such a deployment, Windows 365 can be a great fit. It allows you to move very quickly to enable secure work, even on personal PCs as part of a 𝗦𝗽𝗀𝗶𝐺 program. You can on- and off-board employees easily. It's simple to buy, deploy, and manage, and again, there are no special VDI capabilities required for your IT admins. On the flip side, Azure Virtual Desktop can be the right fit for you if you already have in-house IT capabilities in VDI, or a partner that you work very closely with and would like to retain. You can shift your on-premises deployment to the cloud, leveraging some of those in-house investments and expertise, and simply moving them to a new environment that can extend their value for longer periods of time. Or you might be looking to simply stream a remote app experience rather than a full desktop, or to deploy fully customized VMs to support a specialized type of workload. If that's the case, Azure Virtual Desktop might be a great fit for you. Azure Virtual Desktop and Windows 365 provide a full range of solutions to enable flexible and secure work, becoming the cloud computing solutions of choice for many customers in meeting their diverse needs for Windows delivery, a critical foundation for collaborative experiences, productivity, and so much more. In addition to Azure Virtual Desktop and Windows 365, Microsoft also offers Microsoft DevBox. Microsoft DevBox is a developer-optimized cloud-based virtualization service that reached general availability in July 2023. It allows developers to spin up self-service workstations pre-configured and purpose-built for their specific coding projects and tasks. The boxes are secure cloud workstations built to accelerate developer onboarding and remove barriers to productivity. And customers can centrally manage Microsoft DevBoxes alongside Windows 365 Cloud PCs, Azure Virtual Desktop VMs, and other services to control costs and ensure security and compliance. Now, I'd like to hand things over to Tristan Scott to tell you more about the exciting updates coming to these services, making user experiences even better. Tristan?
Thanks, Carolyn. Hey everyone, I'm Tristan Scott, Principal Group Product Manager for Azure Virtual Desktop and Windows 365. In this part of the session, I'd like to show you our latest updates to the end user experience, designed to work seamlessly on your preferred device, always delivering that familiar Windows experience for accessing your work environment, aligning perfectly with your personal needs and preferences. Microsoft aims to consolidate its client apps across local and cloud-based virtualization scenarios into a unified and simplified experience that extends the accessibility of Windows to any device. Today, we are proud to announce the public preview of the Windows app. It's a unified client available to Windows, iOS, Android, Mac, Linux, and web that can be used to access Windows 365, Azure Virtual Desktop, and any other Windows machine you want to connect to. The Windows app will allow you to access multiple services across client platforms with a simple experience that removes barriers to adoption, ensuring a consistent set of features and functionality. Stay tuned for just a few more minutes to watch the Windows app demo at the end of this section. The new experience is available in preview starting today. Please go check it out at aka.ms/WindowsApp. To further enhance the employee experience, we are pleased to announce the upcoming general availability of single sign-on and passwordless authentication support for both Windows 365 and Azure Virtual Desktop. In parallel, we are actively working on enabling these same capabilities for Azure Virtual Desktop approved providers. Gone are the days of unnecessary authentication prompts. Now you'll be able to look beyond the traditional password-based systems and into more secure and more user-friendly options, including any third-party identity providers that you may have integrated with Microsoft Entra. Plus, we are introducing a 15-minute re-authentication option for single sign-on for those who want additional control. This feature enables IT admins to require your employees to re-authenticate when initiating a new SSO-enabled connection after 15 minutes. We're making it easy and affordable for organizations to extend the power of cloud PCs to meet the needs of every person in their workforce, including shift and part-time workers, allowing them to securely access their personalized Windows experience on any device. In July, we launched Windows 365 Frontline. Instead of the common hassles that come from shared physical PCs, Windows 365 Frontline provides personalized cloud PCs that your frontline workers can access from anywhere, helping boost their productivity and job satisfaction. We have also increasingly seen employee workloads that require more processing power or memory. You've asked and we've delivered. To address customer demand for higher configurations, we just launched the new Windows 365 16 vCPU offerings and are now excited to announce the preview of Windows 365 GPU offerings to support all of your needs. The Windows 365 16 vCPU offerings empower organizations that have applications with higher spec requirements and bridge the gap in core, memory, and storage options, particularly where workers require memory-intensive applications or are migrating from other cloud platforms or physical devices. Today, we are announcing GPU-enabled cloud PCs to meet the needs of customers who have intense graphic design, image and video rendering, 3D modeling, data processing, or visualization workloads. With the new Windows 365 offering, we deliver one of the top requested features for customers looking for simplified management and access to GPUs from a software-as-a-service product. Let's look at how the Windows app, single sign-on, and these higher performance offerings from Windows 365 come together to deliver the best user experience. Here, I have my completely unmanaged personal device that I'm going to use to log into my Windows 365 Cloud PC for the first time. As I launch the Windows app, I get prompted to authenticate, which as you can see supports passwordless auth, so I get the Authenticator app on my phone to approve the login. Here you see the newly unified and beautiful Windows app experience that I announced earlier. Let's connect to my GPU-enabled Cloud PC. As you can see, I go directly into my Cloud PC. In the past, I would get prompted for a different logon prompt to get inside the Windows session and then another sign-in that was needed for the apps as I opened them. Now I can use single sign-on to eliminate the multiple auth prompts and get signed into my Cloud PC session and apps at the same time. You can see how the Outlook app was ready to go as soon as I logged in. Now, since this is a GPU Cloud PC, let's see how amazing the experience is when I try to use a graphic-rich app. With the power of the GPU, you can see how I am able to interact with 3D models with real-time rendering at any zoom level. Notice how fast everything responds and how the light follows every move I make. We hope you're excited about the latest updates to end-user experiences. Now I'd like to hand things over to Bhavya to tell you more about the exciting security and manageability updates coming to Windows 365 and Azure Virtual Desktop. Take it away, Bhavya.
Thanks, Tristan. Hello, everyone. I'm Bhavya Chopra, a Principal Group Product Manager for Azure Virtual Desktop and Windows 365. In this section, I'll highlight new product features and upcoming innovations for both solutions that'll help IT admins continue to easily manage and secure your environments. AI is transforming every aspect of the business, and I'm excited to share that we're introducing a new AI-powered feature in Windows 365. It'll help organizations right-size their cloud PCs and make the experience even smarter for IT and employees alike. Today, we have many different configurations of Windows 365 to choose from, and the question remains, how can an admin decide the best cloud PC configuration for their end users' workloads? The Windows 365 AI capability for Cloud PC recommendation is designed to help you find the optimal configuration for your Cloud PC based on your employees' usage patterns and performance needs, starting with the 2 vCPU and going all the way up to the newly available 16 vCPU configurations. This feature will analyze the Cloud PC usage data and provide you with personalized recommendations on how to adjust Cloud PC specifications such as CPU, RAM, and storage to quickly optimize the experience and performance for your end users and optimize the total cost of ownership of your Cloud PCs. The intent is to try and identify when Cloud PCs are right-sized for the workload that an end user has. Cloud PCs could be undersized because they may need a little bit more power for their day-to-day activities, or could be having performance problems, or having slow app response times, all the things that would impact the experience with a Cloud PC. In some cases, Cloud PCs may be oversized, meaning they've been given too many resources to an end user and they're not necessarily taking full advantage of it. There's also cases where a Cloud PC is not being used at all, which means that a license could be reclaimed or returned to the license inventory. Today, we'll take a look at some cases where a device may be underpowered. As I look in the View Devices tab, I have the ability to really quickly highlight individual Cloud PCs and what their usage category is. Here, I have one specific user, Anna, who actually has one of the larger Cloud PC configurations but is seeing performance issues. As you can see here, we're recommending that her Cloud PC be resized to an even higher tier, in this case being the 16 vCPU configuration. I can also get these insights in a View by Model tab, which provides a view where we may have some configuration baselines that I need to adjust. In this particular environment, I have several 2 vCPU configurations. However, I have many cases of the users being undersized with that configuration. So I might have to move my baseline to a 4 or an 8 vCPU specification. As you saw, the feature gives you an insight into performance characteristics of your Cloud PCs, where you have an opportunity to improve employee satisfaction as well as cost savings, either by reducing the size of an oversized Cloud PC or potentially reclaiming a license. This is the first Windows 365 customer-facing AI capability, and we will continue to innovate in this space, ensuring we provide the best user and admin experiences for our customers. Let's switch gears and talk about security. Windows 365 and Azure Virtual Desktop seamlessly integrate with a suite of Microsoft solutions to bolster the security of your environments. This brings in essential features such as keylogger detection through Microsoft Defender, endpoint data loss prevention with Microsoft Purview, robust conditional access policies with Microsoft Entra, and much more, providing organizations with a secure and reliable cloud experience. Let's go see some of the new security highlights in each of our products. We're first pleased to announce that Windows 365 now supports Customer Logbox in public preview. Leveraging Microsoft Purview Customer Logbox, this feature gives you more control and visibility over your data in the cloud, allowing you to approve or deny any access requests from Microsoft support engineers in case they need to troubleshoot an issue with your Cloud PC. It also ensures that you have a full audit trail of all the access activities, which is especially critical in meeting any compliance or regulatory requirements that you might have, as well as enhancing data privacy and security across your estate. To further help you prevent data leakage and unauthorized access to your Cloud PC data, we've introduced preventive data protection measures to discourage data leaks of confidential and potentially classified organizational resources. You can now apply policies and rules to your Cloud PCs, such as watermarking, screen capture protection, and tamper protection, protecting against unauthorized access and manipulation of data, ensuring the safety of your sensitive information, and maintaining your organization's data integrity. Windows 365 integration with Microsoft Purview Customer Key will also go into public preview in December. This will enable you to encrypt data on your Cloud PC disks with your own keys, providing you with greater flexibility to manage access controls and helping you meet your compliance obligations. Now I'd like to highlight our security configuration on how to protect your Azure Virtual Desktop Session Host, as well as the new management capabilities that we're rolling out, such as Session Host Update, custom image templates, MSIX app attachment assignment flexibility, FSLogix configuration improvements, and autoscale for personal desktops, all of which are designed to help you scale your deployments and optimize your cost. Let's go see some details. Confidential virtual machine support for Azure Virtual Desktop is now generally available, providing a third leg of data encryption, now encrypting the data in use on your virtual machines. Furthermore, administrators can now utilize Private Link, which is also in general availability, to securely access session hosts and workspaces through a private endpoint within the virtual network. Private Link enhances data security by confining it within a trusted and secure private network environment. To fortify data protection and aid organizations in preventing data leaks, watermarking support is also now generally available in AVD. It's a feature that simplifies the process of tracing the origin of leaked data. We had a public preview launched in February 2023, which supported Windows desktop clients, and now we're extending support to the web client as well. For organizations that leverage Windows in the cloud, security ranks among the 4 most factors influencing their decisions. We will continue to innovate in this space, and I'm excited to show you more. Now, for organizations using Azure Virtual Desktop, we've also introduced new features to help IT admins manage your deployment at scale. Admins can now create custom images with simplified graphical workflows directly within the Azure portal, and soon they'll also have the option to utilize the portal integrated session host update feature to efficiently update images, VM size, disk types, and domain configuration at scale. And now, in general availability, organizations will be able to optimize costs using autoscaling for personal desktops, allowing them to shut down idle session hosts and then automatically start them when needed. With this native scaling solution, organizations can start session hosts on a schedule or by using Start VM on Connect, and then deallocate session hosts based on the user's session state, like shutting down the machine on user logoff or disconnect. Let's see this feature in action. To enable autoscaling for desktops, we first need to create a scaling plan. I will do the demo on Azure portal, but you can also manage autoscaling using APIs and PowerShell scripts. On the Azure portal, we start by selecting Scaling Plans on the left navigation menu to create a new one. This is where you can create scaling plans for both pooled and personal desktops. First, we will provide some metadata for the scaling plan, including the resource group, the name, the location where I want to store the metadata for that plan, and the timing zone according to which the scaling actions will get triggered. Let's select personal as the host pool type, and we do also support an exclusion tag in case there are some session hosts in the host pool that you want to exclude from the scaling actions. In the Schedules tab, I can create one or more schedules for each day in the week and define the 4 phases across the day. I can now configure the settings to start a VM, one of them being Start VM on Connect, which we highly recommend to ensure that session hosts can always be started when user tries to log in anytime during the day. For each phase, I can also configure the waiting time and the action to perform when the user session has been disconnected or logged off. Moving on to the Host Pool Assignments tab, I can select the host pools that I want to assign the scaling plan to. After confirming that all validation has passed, I click Create to deploy the scaling plan. And once the deployment is complete, we can expect that the session host will be shut down per the settings in the scaling plan and then started at the ramp-up start time or when the user tries to log in. That's all for the demos today. Now, I'd like to pass it back to Carolyn to close us out with next steps and recommended resources. Carolyn?
Thank you, Bhavya. As we wrap up, I hope that the present and future investments in Windows 365 and Azure Virtual Desktop that we've presented in this session are of value to you. I also encourage you to tune into the Ignite session entitled Scaling AI to Every Aspect of Your Business with Windows to learn more about Windows Vision and other new investments in AI, Windows devices, and Microsoft Intune. And stay tuned for the upcoming Technical Takeoff event for even more feature updates and availability. Don't forget to try out the Windows app and Windows 365 GPU public previews that will allow you to bring even more exciting hands-on experiences to your users. Finally, please keep sharing your feedback. We read and review all customer comments to make sure our solutions are more relevant and responsive to customer needs every day. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you're as excited as we are about the future of Azure Virtual Desktop and Windows 365.